Welcome to This Week in East Brunswick. Get ready to shake your brum as the 2013 Summer Concert Series continues with a performance by the Brummy Brothers at the Community Arts Center. If you're looking for a way to cool off this summer, then join Mayor David Stahl at Stardust Pools for a new business spotlight. Cindy O'Connor continues the segment Passion with Purpose as counselor and dance movement therapist Gail Walker visits the EBTV studio. All this, plus a special In Our Schools, highlighting a new initiative to keep Middlesex County kids moving. So stay with us.
This is Alicia Joy Bloom with EBTV, and tonight we are at the East Brunswick Cultural Arts Center for our second free concert in the East Brunswick Community Free Concert Summer Series. Tonight appearing is the Brummy Brothers, a bluegrass band, and part of the band members are East Brunswick's own. We're getting really excited, and we hope you all enjoy the show.
All checked out of town there, cruising, music, fills the air, laughter everywhere.
So it's my understanding that the four of you got together in January 2012, not too long ago.
Yes, correct.
So how did that come to be?
Well, Eric and I both played. I played bass, Eric played mandolin, and we just kind of got together one day and decided to play some bluegrass music, and then we found these two guys here. And
where'd you find them?
Craigslist.
Love that Craigslist.
Yeah, exactly. And then Andrew knew Russ from like around the jazz scene in New Brunswick, so we all hooked up and just started writing music together.
One thing that I like to think about when I ask myself what bluegrass music is I read a great quote. I think it was from Bill Monroe. I'm not sure though. But the truth of it stays the same, and that is bluegrass is when you take music that you like, that someone else did, and you change it a little bit, and then it's your own. Really, traditionally, bluegrass comes out of the hills, the mountain folk, and of America. The banjo has been referred to as the only official American instrument. I guess not official, but truly in the American heritage, though it comes from Africa originally. But that's how I see bluegrass. You change something little and make it your own.
What is it that really makes it extra special for you guys when you perform?
I mean, just the reaction of the crowd. You know, bluegrass is American music. It's Americana at its finest. And no matter what's happening in the world and in the music scene and in pop, bluegrass is always going to have a relevant space, especially in American society. We've seen a lot of that this summer, playing all these music festivals and touring around the East Coast. You know, no matter who you are or where you're from, you hear that banjo and you hear that bluegrass music, and you just can't help but, clap your hands, stomp your feet, and move around a little bit. So just seeing that reaction from people is what inspired us to, really embrace the art form and like Russ was saying, make it our own and come out with our own brand of it and just share it with the world. I mean, we've been born and raised here in East Brunswick, right down the street in the Colonial Oaks section. Warnsdorfer Elementary alums all the way through, all the way through the high school graduates of East Brunswick.
We've never played in East Brunswick, and this is, I live in Philadelphia now, but this is literally 2 minutes from our mom's house, so it's nice to have kind of a local thing, have some friends who haven't seen us, who we know from high school, and, it's actually our mom's and our sister's first Brummy Brothers show, so that's kind of cool too.
Well, you know what they say, you can always come home. Enjoyed checking your Brum, and I hope you really enjoyed this concert. We're looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks when we have our third free concert here at the Cultural Arts Center located in East Brunswick, New Jersey. See you soon. This is Alicia Joy Bloom saying bye for now.
Hi, it's Mayor David Stahl with another edition of Business Spotlight. Summer's been very hot so far, and couldn't think of a better place to stop and talk with Walter Beyer here at Stardust Pools at 747 Route 18 South. Pleasure to be up here and learn a little bit about your business. Summer's been brutal. It's great for the pool business, I would imagine.
Absolutely. It goes from 60 to 100 degrees these days, so very, very busy.
Now, you've been a long-time establishment here on Route 18, right in front of the Brunswick Square Mall. Talk about a little bit about your history here in East Brunswick.
Yes, we started the business back in 1962. We've been in business 52 years. My dad passed away about 7 years ago. I came out of college and went right into business with him and took it on from there.
And you're pretty much a full-service type pool company.
Yeah, we're a full-service company. We open pools, we close pools, we do filter changes, pump changes, we install pools. We have free water testing here for the customers. We actually carry the chemicals out to the car for the customers, and we carry high-quality chemicals in the store. So any parts or anything you need, if we don't have, we get deliveries on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so we can get whatever you need.
And do you find that more people are now putting in the above-ground pools, the in-ground pools, or have you noticed any type of trend there?
Basically, in-ground pools, they're still doing acts. It does add value to the house than the above-ground pool does. And we do both residential and commercial. We cover Central Jersey, but all of New Jersey. So we open about 300-400 pools a year and close about 300 to 400 pools a year.
I'd imagine for the homeowners that are doing their own work around the pools, it's convenient to come into a place like this where you've got so many years of experience to help them with whatever the problem might be with their pool or their filters.
Yeah, correct. It's a family-oriented company, so we take pride in everybody that we have in here, and we do water tests for them, and like I said, carry their chemicals out and take care of them.
Right. And in terms of, let's say, piece breaks, they can just bring in a sample of what it was that was broken at home, and you'll find the right part for them, give them instructions on how to fix it if necessary.
Correct. They just either call us up with a part number or stop in or go to our website, and we can get the part in usually within 1 day.
Well, what is that website?
It is www.stardust-pools.com. Our hours are open 7 days a week all year long. We're the only place, pool pool place on Route 18 that's open 7 days a week all year long. When it comes wintertime, we do a lot of spa chemicals and spa repairs. Our hours are normally Monday and Tuesday from 9 in the morning till 6. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're here from 9 in the morning till 8 at night. And we're here every Saturday and Sunday from 9 in the morning till 6.
You know, we've had this very warm weather with a lot of rain. Does that present problems for people to maintain their pools, or what would you recommend?
Yeah, it sure does. Typically, when you don't have a lot of rain, you don't have to test the water so frequently. But with the heavy rain we had in June this year, which was a record, it does change the chemical balance in a pool, and people are coming in on a weekly basis now to test their water.
You know, having been a small retailer myself, I fully understand the importance of having a staff and someone like yourself who's knowledgeable, you know, in the industry. I think, don't you feel that separates you from more of the chain stores?
It sure does. We specialize in what we're best in, and that's pools, spas. We don't sell patio furniture or landscaping products. We basically stick what we know, which is pools and spas. So we fix all types of pools and all types of spas.
Right, and again, I think that's important for people, you know, having once owned a pool, I know how difficult it is sometimes where you get confused, and to know that you've got a source of information, I think that's critical to consumers these days.
It sure is. A lot of people go into some stores and are asking for parts they're not sure of. We give them the personal know-how and help them out and order them and get them in right away for them. So since the swimming season is such a short season, we want to get this done right away for the customers so they can get back into their pools.
And we've had an opportunity to talk about swimming pools, but obviously you service and have great knowledge with respect to hot tubs and spas. So talk about some of the services you offer with regard to those two.
Yeah, with our spa business, that's why we're open 7 days a week. We do spas not only for residential, but we also do them for commercial. We're the only place on Route 18 that's open all year round. Most other the companies go into different items and skis and different things. We stay with the spas that we know best. So we warranty the spas that we sell PDC, and we fix all other spas that are out there and service them.
That's great. I mean, I think the fact that this place has been in business, Stardust Pools has been in business for over 50 years in East Brunswick, I think that's a testament to, you know, the knowledge of your staff and the products that you carry, because we know that, you know, businesses, if they're not successful, are not going to stick around for 50 years here in East Brunswick.
Sure enough. I mean, there's not many of us left in the industry that's been around that long. They either sold or went out of business or whatever. We went through all the economical times and the downturns and upturns, and we're still doing very well. And all of our staff here has been trained, and they're very knowledgeable of any questions that need to be asked on pools or spas.
Well, I appreciate you spending a few minutes with me and the residents here of East Brunswick to talk about the pool business. It's still, you know, early enough in the summer season that if you're thinking about a pool, come in and talk to you about that. And if you have an existing pool and you need some kind of service or want to talk about closing the pool at the end of the year, I think it's a great place to come up and talk to you, Walter, and your staff.
Absolutely. Come on down. We're here 7 days a week, and we never shut down. So we're here for your pool closings. We're here for your maintenance chemicals. And if you do own a spa, we're open all winter for your spa repairs.
And thanks for your time, and I appreciate everyone at home watching. As I like to say, shop locally, shop here in East Brunswick, and support our local family businesses. And I can't think of any place better than for all your pool, spa, and hot tub needs. Come up here at Stardust Pools at 747 Route 18 South, right in front of the Brunswick Square Mall. Again, thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Cindy O'Connor for Passion with Purpose. Today we're going to be talking about life's crossroads. And joining me is Gail Walker, a licensed professional counselor and board-certified dance movement therapist. Gail counsels adults in many life transitions and consults with health professionals and first responders about secondary trauma. Welcome, Gail.
Thank you, Cindy.
Gail, define crossroads for us. What are crossroads?
Well, crossroads are those times in life where the road you have been traveling comes to an end, and a new road must be chosen. So it can feel like a time of transition that's abrupt, whether it was expected or is unexpected, but in any case, you're in the position where it's time for change, and it's time to gather what you need to gather so that you can make that transition and keep your life moving forward.
How do people usually respond to those times?
Well, there's many varied responses. There can be positive emotions such as excitement and a real desire to embrace the opportunity. And side by side with that, or instead of that, there can be kind of more trying responses. Sometimes, depending on the nature of the crossroad, there are feelings of loss, there could be feelings of mistrust, there could be feelings of paralysis. So there's a time where there's often a high amount of either emotion or frozenness, particularly when the crossroad was unexpected.
Can you give us some examples of different kinds of crossroads?
Yeah, there's so many different times in life where a journey ends and the next journey needs to begin. So that examples of sometimes that journeys end that are, say, predictable are, this is high school graduation time. So let's say that there's a family where the youngest child has been a superstar athlete. They're graduating from high school. They've gotten a scholarship to the college of their dreams in another part of the country. So this is, everyone knew this kid was going to be graduating from high school. Receiving the scholarship is a really wonderful opportunity. And yet, besides the kids' transitions to college, there's going to be big changes in the family who, for instance, might have been involved for years in travel teams, in the parents' own social groups coming from the other parents in the travel teams. In the case of parents who are divorced, there might be the non-custodial parent whose whole parental identity pretty much revolved around being with this kid and the travel teams and going to the games. And suddenly they're at a crossroads that could create a lot of uncertainty about future identity, about how time will be spent in the future. And it's a good thing, and it's a predictable thing. Another example of a positive crossroad is retirement, particularly elected retirement, as opposed to downsizing that's happening far too much these days. But someone arrives at their retirement, and now what? One road has ended, a new road must be chosen. Another example of a crossroad is a couple, say, who has been together 25 years and has a civil union, a gay couple. Mm-hmm. So now in New Jersey, they could have a civil union. They've been living together for 25 years. You would think they would know what it will be like to continue to live together. But somehow, as a result of that process of ceremony and transition, all of a sudden they have roles coming up in their minds that they or their partner should have that are brand new. So unexpected crossroads could, for instance, be from a health crisis, a severe illness in yourself or a partner. And when a health crisis like that emerges, everything could become focused, at least on the short term, about identifying what the nature of the problem is. And then there are all sorts of issues that could come up as a result of treatment, as a result of how time and energy is spent, what availability people have to continue their previous roles in their relationship. There could be questions about whether to keep things secret or not. And for instance, people in a family could disagree about who should be told, or people could disagree about what the best treatment path is. So these are crossroads that are unexpected.
So whether they're expected or unexpected, what are your goals in counseling? How do you help people?
Well, my goals in counseling are, in general, to first of all identify that this is a crossroad, that this is a normal developmental point in life. It's a journey that has perhaps an end, and the new journey needs to be chosen. But in order to make that transition, a person needs to engage in finishing the old journey. For instance, if there has been loss involved, people might need to grieve the loss. Something I often work with, people are surprised by the emotion and changes in family dynamics created by the loss of a pet. People don't expect life to be so fundamentally changed. But in a family, let's say, that has one dog, and now that dog is no longer there, the rhythms of the entire family can change. So in addition to finishing the old, finishing the loss, sometimes releasing the anger or releasing the sense of, people sometimes take on a lot of shame. I should have understood this was going to happen. I should have seen this coming. Then there's the process of trying to clear a person's kind of awareness to what the new possibilities might be, how to tolerate living through the period of uncertainty until those new possibilities are identified. Perhaps skills need to be learned to embark on the new possibilities. I mean, I've come up with an acronym that I sometimes use in treating people, and it's the word is SURGE. So S is when you're at a crossroads, stop. One of the mistakes people sometimes make is trying to get back to the path for whatever reason they were knocked off of or they finished, or to just go to the opposite of that path. So first of all, just stop, be still. Try during that period of stopping to stabilize. We know from the work in neuropsychology that when people are activated with lots of emotion, they don't think as clearly. So to try to get stabilized, then the U is to unload the burdens from the previous path, or what I sometimes think of is all the stuff clumped on you, so that you could actually then update and see, who am I now? Because at whatever point you set out on the previous path, you might have evolved since then. You've had life experiences. So you want to update when you're creating your new path or your new journey. You want to do it from the you are now, from the experiences you've had, from the skills you have, from what you've learned about life, from the fact that maybe roles in the world have changed and certain opportunities are available now that didn't seem possible before.
What about the R, Gail?
The R is for revision, not revise the old. What is your vision now? And then the G is to gather the knowledge that you might need, the tools you might need, and to sort of conjure up your guts, because the E is to emerge from the crossroad and enter the new path, and then evaluate whether or not that path is suiting you.
Why are you so passionate about this topic?
I love working with people in transition and these crossroads, because it's a time of vitality. Like, change is happening. It's not change might happen. Change is happening. And there could be such a positive difference when people take that chosen or unchosen opportunity of a crossroad and create a new dream and move it forward.
If people would like to contact you, Gail, how can they reach you?
They could reach me at my office in Kendall Park at 732-821-5724.
Thanks so much for talking with us
Thanks,
today.
Cindy. This was great.
For Passion with Purpose, I'm Cindy O'Connor. Thanks for watching.
In Our Schools has brought us to Lawrence Brook School on this beautiful June morning, actually, for Walk to School Day. We're here with Peter Bilton and Hillary Corburn, the principal. Peter's from Keep Middlesex Moving, KMM, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Walk to School Day. We actually met, he brought all of the Middlesex County school districts together back in August to tell us about it, and Hillary, our new principal at Lawrence Brook, thought it sounded like a great idea for Lawrence Brook. So Peter, tell us a little bit about Walk to School Day, the purpose of it, etc.
Well, Walk to School Day is usually it's an annual event. It happens in October, and other schools do it at other parts of the year. And it's an opportunity for the whole school community to get together, walk to school, to reduce the traffic and air pollution around the school, and also get some exercise and show the families that they can walk any day of the year to school.
Hillary, you thought it was a good idea for Lawrenceburg. Why?
Well, Lawrenceburg is a walking community, and we have so much bus traffic in the morning and car traffic at the drop-off. We thought what a great way to get our students started on their school day by having a little bit of exercise and a little bit of fresh air and walking in the morning. So today we had 4 walking routes and a number of our staff, and thanks to our security and the East Brunswick Police, we did our walking school bus morning today.
And the walking school bus, meaning at each corner you picked up a couple of kids and kept walking. You know, even more than, well, the exercise is really great, but you can see from the car traffic out here, you know, in the video, how much that can kind of interfere with what's going on in the morning. So
traffic is very backed up in the morning, and we have 7 or 8 school buses that also add to that. So the opportunity to get students up and moving in the morning means so much for our environment as well as the health of the students.
So it's a good lesson for the students as well, the whole start your day off fit, healthy.
Exactly. And then they get to meet up with their friends along the way and talk and socialize a little bit. It's a wonderful way to get the day started.
Now we hope that the other schools in East Brunswick and the other schools in the county will see this event today and be jealous and want to get something similar started in their own communities to get more people walking to school.
Great. You know, I think one of the other aspects we wanted to talk about, that if everybody is out here walking, it's a safe thing to do too. I think that's part of the reason why people are afraid to walk, you know, to school, and we're trying to show, you know, that if we have people all along the way, it's really very safe and a healthy way to start the day. So
and we have crossing guards at all of the major intersections, so our students are always protected as they get to school.
Right. So thanks very much, and we're certainly going to shout about this great idea.
Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Turn